Hey everyone, I know it's been a while, so I wanted to kind of go ahead and do this video just kind of explaining my absence over the last couple of months. As you know, because of the delay just before I released chapter 2 of Story Series, I had gotten sick. So it was just a really bad cold. It knocked me out of school for a little while, left me with this really bad cough. Well, shortly after that, I had woken up with this weird pain in my right ear. It wasn't a super big deal for the first couple of days, but it increasingly got worse. So we decided to go to the doctor and have it looked at and see what was going on, that kind of thing. Um, our family doctor didn't really know what was going on. They had a couple of theories, kind of freaked us out a little bit, but they decided to try and give me an antibiotic to just kind of see if it was just some kind of ear infection that they could just flush it out and get rid of it, kind of thing. Well, when that didn't work, we kept going back to them, and eventually they decided that it would be best for me to see an ear, nose, and throat specialist. So I started seeing an ENT over at the Clark Memorial Hospital. He was recommended to us by the family doctor. So we went over there, and upon examining, he also wasn't really sure what was going on. He decided to run a culture on the substance in my ear and try and figure out what was going on there. And when they got that back, they found out that I had a fungal infection caused by a fungus called Aspergillus. So, Aspergillus kind of thrives in people that have a weakened immune system, which has always kind of been an issue for me. I'm always sick, as a lot of you that know me know. So I can kind of see where that would have happened. Well, in the process of all of this, the fungal infection spread into my left ear, and it got so bad because none of the medications that I was given were working. The antifungal didn't work. None of that was working. It actually caused both of my eardrums to rupture. And shortly after that, I had about a 50% decrease in my hearing, which I wasn't able to sing at that point. And I was in so much pain from the ear infections that I wasn't really up to doing a whole lot anyways. The ENT decided that he wanted to run some tests to see if there was a specific cause for why I was getting sick all the time. He tested for autoimmune diseases, and luckily all of that came back negative. But he still wasn't sure what was causing it, and we weren't really sure how to treat it. We tried a couple of different drops, but just because of the holes in my eardrums, I wasn't able to use any of those because the pain was so bad. So we just kind of had to wait it out and wait till those ruptured eardrums healed up before we could really start to do anything. And at this point, I was going to the ENT about once a week to just kind of keep up to date and check on all of that, and was having to get weekly cleaning. And I actually just went back to the ENT, let's see, probably about 2.5 weeks ago now, and he told me that, got some good news for once. He told me that there is no active fungus in my ears anymore, and the holes have closed in both of my eardrums. So I'm going back to the doctor this Tuesday to do a hearing test to see how much of my hearing has come back, what we can do if it hasn't come back, and if it will come back. So I'm getting there. I'm hoping that at some point I will be back to normal enough to where I can start playing out and playing shows again. really getting into promoting my album because I haven't been able to do that. I released the album in February, and then at the end of April, when all of this started, so I haven't been pushing it as much as I had wanted to. But we're getting there, and I am going to be starting up story series again. First, I'm going to do a re-release of the promotional video to kind of get people following that again, and then re-release chapters 1 and 2 before I release chapter 3. So be sure to check that out and share those videos with all of your friends. I did do some work on the website, so that's all up and running. The shop is up and running, so you can get your t-shirts and any other Taylor Mackenzie merchandise. So be sure to check that out at www.tmackmusic21.com. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.